Bringing you the flavor of the Midlands. Live from Columbia, this is Soda City Live.
Well, welcome back to Soda City Live. Palmetto Animal Assisted Life Services, or PAALS, is teaming up with Columbia Craft Brewing to help support their mission of providing service dogs to people with disabilities. Now, that campaign kicks off tomorrow so that you can start nominating your dogs and getting votes in for your canine to be featured on a can of Brew beer. Now, joining us today with PAALS is Executive Director Melissa Payne and Lead Trainer Allie Rich over on the end with another special guest. We have Charlie, and we also have the General Manager of Columbia Craft, Maz Coltrane. So happy to have you all together for something that we're all together on. Ironically, WIS is a part of this as well, and so excited to have another special guest with us today. What's the name again? Charlie. So we actually worked together a couple weeks ago working on the promotion for this, and we had another dog we worked with. It was Nikki. It was a great time, but another thing that's really great is just what it is you are doing for people in the community. So I want to kind of talk to you all about this partnership and how it started.
Of course.
Absolutely. It actually started 3 years ago. So this is our third time doing the Brew Spokesdog contest. And really, it's a great partnership because we're two community-based programs. And what's nice is we can promote our mission of providing service dogs for individuals with disabilities and have a great contest and let people brag about their dog and potentially get it on a can of beer at Columbia Craft.
Right. I think two things make the world go round, which is beer and dogs.
Yeah.
I think this is a great combination. And just like Melissa said, similar with PAALS, you know, Columbia Craft is so community focused, and we believe in the city and we believe in this organization. And it was kind of a win-win scenario. You know, drink good beer, pet an awesome dog, hang out with great people. Nothing more you can ask for.
And raise awareness.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And I want to kind of talk about when voting starts. So that officially kicks off tomorrow, so people can actually start nominating and voting on the same day, or does voting start on a different time?
So nominations actually opened up on Monday.
Okay.
So Monday, people could go ahead and log on, nominate their dog for $10, and then encourage their friends to start voting starting tomorrow on the 20th. And it goes all the way through the end of August. And we will not announce the winner until our unleashing party on September 22nd.
OMG. And so I'm excited to learn those details about the unleashing party. So let's talk a little bit about that as well. So what can attendees expect and who can come?
Yes, so everybody's more than welcome. We're incredibly excited. We're hosting this at Columbia Craft Brewing on September 22nd. Time to be determined, so keep an eye on social media for that. Anybody's more than welcome. You're going to see plenty of dogs. You're going to see us. You're going to see all the PAALS folks, the whole Columbia Craft team. You're going to see partners in the community, people that contributed. This really, in anything and everything that we do, it's to bring the whole community around us together.
It's really the culmination of everything that we're working on, and have everybody come together and just celebrate. And we have some new merchandise that we've added this year as well. We'll have T-shirts and koozies with our logo on it with Columbia Craft. So we've added a few things this year to really help promote the event.
Well, it definitely sounds like it's going to be a blast. And I want to kind of ask a little bit more about the actual brew that the dog is going to be featured on, or the Lucky Dog. Lucky Dog, I love that. That should be the flavor, Lucky Dog.
Yes, yeah.
So do you all have a name for the flavor, or will it just be Brew?
Right, so if Melissa wants to speak about it a little bit as well, typically it's Brew. We've had this trend for 3 years. You know, we stick to what works, and our brilliant head brewmaster, Sean, he comes up with the brew every time that we do this partnership, and his mind works unlike anybody else's, and so we let him do his thing, and then he tells us, and we get really excited about it. But,
so it's a surprise. We're not sure what the brew will be yet, but the winning dog will be featured on that can as well as their story. And if you go onto our website now, you can already see, I think we have 13 dogs that have already entered, and their stories are really great. And it's just a great variety of dogs and supporters, and it's a really fun event.
Yeah, and I want us to talk a little more about how the proceeds from this fundraiser help the people that are living with disabilities with the dog.
Sure. Our dogs, unlike many of the training programs, actually live with us full time. So over their 2-year training period, we invest over $40,000 in each dog. So we're taking care of their vet bills, we're taking care of their health, their well-being, all of their training with our wonderful trainers. And it really supports and underwrites everything that we do for the program to make sure we can provide these dogs to the clients who actually need them.
I love that. And I want to get to know a little bit more about Goldie here.
Yeah. You have to talk about your buddy here.
Is it Goldie or Charlie?
Charlie.
I keep wanting to call the dog Goldie. I have no reason why. There's no reason why. So tell us a little bit about Charlie.
Yeah, so Charlie's been in the program how long, Allie?
2 years.
2 years. So he's pretty far along in his training. He's considered one of our advanced dogs, and he's been working with Allie this whole time. So, you know, he is pretty far along. He can do a few things for us.
Can you bark?
He does not bark, but he can come up and he can give kisses.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, so sweet.
Yes.
And I had an opportunity to meet another one of the dogs with PAALS, and it was Nikki. I talked about Nikki earlier. We can pull the picture up, and we had such a fun time. The dog can speak, pay for you, and there's so many things that people don't realize, you know, that don't need help, that you know, these dogs can actually help them in the ways that, you know, a person with disabilities may need help. So I know that there are a range of disabilities, so the way that these dogs are trained, how are they able to fit those? Are they trained for specific disabilities, or how do they learn these commands?
So they, like humans, show different inclinations to do different things. So some of our dogs are more warm and fuzzy, and some are workers. So our worker dogs tend to be really great mobility dogs. They can help do tasks for someone who may not be able to do many things within their home, like opening a dryer, opening doors, picking things up on their own. So one of our mobility dogs can help with that, whereas a PTSD or autism dog can really, you know, help alert if someone's, you know, having a panic, or, you know, they're starting to get stressed about something, and there's different cues that the trainers work with the dogs on to help mitigate those things. So as the dogs go through the program, they start to show, you know, areas of competency, and then as we know that we have a client that we're really going to start pairing that dog with, because it's quite a process, the trainers will then go into very specific cues that are for PTSD or autism or a mobility client. So that really specific training happens really closer to the 2-year mark. You know, during the first 2 years, they're really learning their basic obedience and learning to be in public and, you know, be well behaved and walk nicely with their person. So that fine-tuning, the advanced training happens closer to that 2 years, when we know we're getting ready to match them.
That's awesome and so interesting. And I know that you all offer fostering as well. We won't have much time to talk about that today, but I do want us to talk about the details for how you can vote for your dog, or vote for dogs, starting tomorrow with this kickoff. So this is going to end on the 31st.
Correct.
And then the launch, the unleashing. The unleashing is going to be happening on Friday, September 22nd.
Yes.
At 6:30 p.m. and it's actually going to be at Columbia Craft.
Yes,
correct.
All right,
yes,
and those details are right there on your screen, including a little. And now, is that exactly what the can is going to look like?
Yes, with the featured dogs
Awesome.
photo on there.
Now, is it too late for people to nominate dogs?
No, they can nominate all the way through the end of August.
Nominate for 10 and $1 for donations.
$1 for donations.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank all of you for joining us today and for your amazing partnership, helping people in the community, and also giving these wonderful dogs loving homes. So again, we'll have all these details on our website, sodacitylive.com. Don't go away. We have much more coming up after this.